red, Foot Asylum, and Unibet. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge Robert Smith, timekeeper Stephen Pucci. Our 3 judges assigned, all from England, will be Michael Alexander, Bob Williams, and Steve Gray. When the bell rings, our referee in charge will be Marcus McDonnell of England. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing blue with silver and weighed in at 11 stone, 5 pounds. Hailing from Battersea, London, he is undefeated with 13 wins. 11 of his 13 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Denzel Too Sharp Bentley. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing black with gold and weighed in the same as his opponent, 11 stone, 5 pounds. Coming to us from Oldham, Lancashire, he brings a professional record consisting of 25 wins, just 1 defeat, with 19 of his 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current WBC International Middleweight Champion, Mark Kid Dynamite Heffron.
Who's the bigger puncher? Who's got the better chin? Here's the final words of advice.
At all times, watch your heads and keep looking. Any questions? Let's go to work.
This is fascinating. Michael Jennings, final words of advice for Heffron. Jennings was a slick boxer, and I'm sure he'll have implored Heffron not just to get out there and adopt a totally macho approach. Ray Ball with Denzel Bentley, they also have schooled their man. He's patient, but he has got power. What do you reckon, Richie?
Yeah, it's a close one, isn't it, to call. Bentley usually on that front foot, looking for the knockout straight away, but here, starting off, Heffron actually come out, took the centre of the ring, putting Bentley on that back foot. So yeah, a lot of knockouts between them, but that necessarily doesn't mean there'll be knockouts early, John. It could be a little bit cagey early on.
Good left hand up from Heffron, met Bentley coming in. Who's going to have the quicker hands? Who's going to have the more boxing guile? It's going to be more than just a macho approach. Heffron, well, there's a word in the boxing that he's a front runner, that he's, as a boxer, a little bit of a bully. He likes to be the man on top from word go. And he'll want to show, I'm sure, that he's a lot more than that. Bentley, though, will be trying to lure him in and hit him with big counter punches as he comes in. Heffron can mark up that pale skin, will show the badges of conflict if he does start to get tagged. Bentley off balance there, trying to double up on the jab. Heffron aware of it, saw him coming and made him look a little bit foolish.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scouting mission for both boxers here, just taking a look. That's a decent right on there from Bentley. Heffron's actually started better behind his lead hand.
Not a lot between them though in this opening round, and you can see total concentration etched on the faces of both men.
Heffron a couple of times just ventured downstairs, that left up to the body. When he does that, just got to keep that right hand a little bit higher because he's open to the left hook himself. You see, there it is there. It's right on cue. So he's just got to keep that right hand nice and tucked into the chin as he's going for that left hook to the body.
Heffron has undoubtedly fought as a higher class than Bentley, but if you were doing time form, the old horse racing ratings, you'd have a P next to the number whatever it was given for Denzel Bentley, and that he was a progressive animal. He's somebody who's on the move, and who knows yet how good he could become. There is an argument in this fight as well, Richie, that Bentley could possibly sustain a defeat and yet learn and come back. If Heffron were to lose, there'd be questions.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Defeat for Heffron, a lot more damaging.
Well, we expect it to be a close fight. We expect it to be a tight fight. No real massive attacks in that opening round, and a fascinating round it was.
Uncap the new Herbal Essences Aloe Collection for an unforgettable shower experience. Made with real, legitimate, came from a plant aloe. And quench your thirsty hair, so dry strands don't stand a chance. Let nature go to your head with the new Herbal Essences Aloe Collection.
Herbal Essences Aloe Collection, now £3 each at Asda.
Welcome back to Your Call. There's Mark Heffron with Michael Jennings giving instructions. Alongside him, Kevin Marie. And Heffron didn't have a bad opening round, Richie.
I thought he had a decent round there, boxing from the centre of the ring. He probably just nicked the round. But yeah, cagey start.
Not a lot between them. Interestingly, Denzel Bentley's last fight was against Mick Hall 7 weeks ago. Bentley won it, but there was a feeling that he just went for big punches a little bit too early and wasted a little bit of effort. And interestingly as well, in that Hall corner was Kevin Marie, and he said, I learnt a lot from watching Denzel Bentley in a competitive fight at close quarters.
Yeah, he was probably putting too much into every punch, really. He wasn't varying the power against Mick Hall. He eventually got the stoppage in the 6th round, but it wasn't a brilliant performance from him. He openly admits that. It's strange seeing Bentley on the back foot. He's normally very strong coming forward, but this is a different type of contest now, so can he adjust, and how is he going to box on that back foot? Because at the moment, Heffron taking that centre of the ring, working well with his jab, and it's just making Bentley having to think on that back foot.
And is Bentley on the back foot going to be able to show the power, that much vaunted power that has served him so well so far? I guess Liam Williams really gave the blueprints as to how to cope with Mark Heffron.
Yeah, but Williams boxed totally different, didn't he? He was in and out with the feet, the movement from Williams that night.
He was outstanding
yeah,
that night.
He was very good indeed, and Mark just couldn't cope with that movement. But this is... I believe Williams and Heffron may have been sparring recently. Might have been in preparation for this contest. But it was a good performance from Williams, yeah.
I saw a quote somewhere from Liam saying that he thought that Mark Heffron was going to win this fight. Still, Bentley landing with the left hand and putting him down, giving us a knockdown. He caught squared up Mark Heffron, went down, and it was a straight left hand that did it.
Yeah, well, he just switched to the southpaw stance there, and he just caught Mark Heffron off guard. Cracking shot.
Well, we have a fascinating fight now, because Heffron had looked as though he was bossing the action up to that point, but with one left hand, Denzel Bentley shows what he's about, and Heffron down.
Well, he's experimented, and now he's gone southpaw, hasn't he? So he quickly switched his stance, went southpaw, caught Heffron with that straight left, and he stayed as a southpaw.
Well, he certainly has problems now, and Heffron and his trainer Michael Jennings are going to have to think over what they're going to do about that one, and we can analyse the knockdown a little bit more fully now. But Denzel Bentley, having surrendered the opening round, right back into it, and now he'll have settled right into this fight with that second round knockdown.
Good shot indeed, wasn't it? Let's have a look at it here. So he's southpaw here, it's a straight left hand. There it is there. Just a little adjustment with the feet, and he brings Heffron onto the punch. And just before that, he just switches stance. Just confused Heffron.
Timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautifully timed shot.
Tremendous punch.
Almost a look of embarrassment on the face of Heffron when he got back to his feet. Ray Ball, trainer of Denzel Bentley will be absolutely delighted that his man's shown that. Into the third, and a wry smile on the face of Mark Heffron as he comes out for the third.
So again, the corner have obviously said to Bentley, stay as a southpaw. You caught him with one straight left hand, bring him onto that shot, and that's what he's doing now, look. Southpaw waiting and trying to bring Heffron onto that straight left hand again.
One of our great southpaws, Alan Minter, died this week, and I'm sure he'd have looked at that and said, yep, that is the way to do it. Heffron now has problems that he has to fathom. I wonder whether he expected that Bentley would switch as much as he has done so far. They know, they obviously do their homework, and they know that Bentley is a switch hitter, but to be caught like that so early is surprising. Here comes Heffron again on the front foot, trying to put power on.
I think Bentley seems fairly comfortable boxing on the back foot, John, but the one thing he's got to watch out for, he just keeps on going, drifting into the corners, and that just restricts your movement a little bit. He's got to, if he does go back, he's got to use probably the outside of the ring a little bit more and avoid those corners. That's when Mark Heffron will plan the attacks, corner him. It always looks better, an attacking fighter pushing his opponent back into the corner. See, look, drifting into the corner again. He's got to stay out of that position.
It's a good shot from Heffron. Needed to recover well from that second round knockdown, and he has done so far, but caught again. And again, it's the left hand that created the problem. So much more dangerous out of the southpaw stance, and that left hand again clipping Heffron on the way in.
Putting a lot of weight into these shots and just left himself open as he's trying to corner Bentley. Big punchers often do, they get into positions to knock the opponent out with big shots, but then occasionally they're open themselves.
A big effort here from Mark Heffron, and fair play to him, coming back well after that second round knockdown.
Coffee bags. Why didn't they think of this before?
Taylor's coffee bags, ground coffee in a bag.
Now that is a big bad guy.
Marvel's Avengers, buy now at Game.
Well, I was impressed with the way that Mark Heffron came back in that third round after being stunned by that left hand from Denzel Bentley in round two. Aggression carried the way there.
Yeah, good left hook there from Heffron. He come back well responded from the bad second round he had. Just gets caught clipped there though as he's looking for the big shot.
Fascinating fight. Round two would have been 10-8. There it is in Bentley's favour. And on Rich's card, Mark Heffron winning the other two. So after 3 rounds, the fight dead level. A reminder that this is an official eliminator for the British middleweight title. 10-rounder. Title currently held by Liam Williams, due to defend in October against the tough man from the Midlands, Andy Robinson, against whom Heffron has a knockout victory. right uppercut, followed up by solid body shots. Heffron taking them well, but now Bentley unloading a little.
Yeah, best shot there was from Bentley's the left hook to the body. He also caught Heffron with that little short right uppercut. And after that, sunk a nice left hook into the ribs of Heffron.
Kind of a definitive trade fight, this. A lot of people in the boxing business were really looking forward to this one. Good shot from Bentley, right hand.
Fast counter there from Bentley. Heffron, he's worked well with the jab up to now, but that was a slow jab. He's got to keep that jab sharp and crisp. Otherwise, Bentley's going to come back with those fast right-hand counters.
Heffron from an Oldham fighting family. Brother Ronnie was a decent pro. Dad was a fighter back in the day as well, Tommy. Tough man on the Oldham doors once upon a time.
So better work from Bentley. He's holding his ground a little bit more now. He's being pushed back. It seems to be Heffron that seems to control things, but he's just holding the centre of the ring a little bit better, Bentley.
He's getting into a bit more of a rhythm, isn't he,
Yeah.
Denzel? Whether or not it's Heffron having had to dig in so much to take that third round, but this is a better round for Bentley. Interesting.
Family, eh? Can't live with them? Can't do without them? Well, maybe sometimes. But whether you share a name, or a passion, or one of those big old Friday nights, they're the people you hold on to, who make everything just right. Because no one cares more than family. Thatcher's, the family cider makers.
Welcome back to Your Call. The long-awaited middleweight fight between Denzel Bentley and Mark Heffron. Bentley having a good round in that last one.
Yeah, decent round, wasn't it? There's that uppercut come screw shot, if you like, from Denzel Bentley. Then there was that left up to the body. That was a super punch, so a good round for Bentley.
Which on Rich's card edges the man from Battersea in front. If you're just joining us, where have you been? Mark Heffron already down in a second round. Bentley switching to southpaw, and it was the left hand that put Heffron on the seat of his pants.
Good switch of attack there from Heffron. Just went down to the body and then just finishes with that right hand over the top to the head.
Denzel Bentley's never gone past 6 rounds as a pro. Of course, he'll have put in long training sessions behind closed doors, but competitively, the further this fight goes, the further he'll be into uncharted territory, assuming it goes as far as that. Good work again from Heffron, repeating what Richie was telling you about before with those punches to the body and then the right hand on the head.
And again, it's the corner that's trapped Bentley there, but he's just drifted again into the corner. He keeps going into these corners. Like I say, it just restricts the movement. Yeah, there you go. See, he gets caught. The movement before that was better when he's moving around the ring. That's probably causing Mark Heffron a little bit more trouble.
And then Bentley complaining about use of forearm and shoulder from Heffron, but if you're just lying in the corner, you leave yourself open to that. Bentley indicating to the referee that he's not the one doing the holding on. And into the corner again as Heffron gleefully follows him. Close round this one.
Bentley's just switched off a little bit here, John. He's on the outside. But Heffron is just walking him down into the corners again. Nowhere to go. He's got to deal with the attack.
Kind of allowed Heffron to regain an initiative in this round. An initiative that he seemed to have seized back in round 4, but this has been a good round for Heffron. Well done, Mark Heffron. Bentley taking round 4, and Heffron seeming to be the aggressor and taking round 5.
Yeah, I think so. Just a lapse in concentration there from Bentley. Too many times he drifted into the corners and just allowed Heffron then the initiative of pushing him back and setting up his attacks.
Well, here's some of the action from that round. That's a decent left hand from Bentley, one of the moments where he was looking impressive.
Yeah, from the centre of the ring now, you see, but now he's in the corner and it's a different kettle of fish. He's got really nowhere to go. Got to try and deal with the attack that's coming at him.
Michael Alexander, Marcus McDonnell and Steve Gray. Sorry, not Marcus McDonnell. Michael Alexander, I beg your pardon. Judges at ringside. Marcus McDonnell, referee for this one. And on Richie's card, as we move into the second half here, at the 5-round point, I think you've got it dead level, haven't you, Richie?
Yeah, it's level at this point. Better start to the round now from Bentley. And where's he doing it from? Centre of the ring.
Forcing Heffron back, and when he's in reverse gear, he looks so less effective.
Just looks less effective when he drifts into the corners, John, for me. He keeps the movement going on the outside, look back onto the corner. That's it. Then now he's moved, that's okay. But when he just switches off mentally and then just goes back into that corner, that's where the problems are really for Bentley.
Frank Warren's assessment of this beforehand was who wants it the more. Well, as we see it at the moment, at this point, it remains absolutely a pick and fight. Heffron trying to bully Bentley back. Illegally, though, says the referee, with use of the forehead.
Good switch of attack there, started off at the body, finishes that right hand to the head. It's a pattern that seems to be carried out from Mark Heffron when he corners his opponent there.
Like here. And this time Bentley manages to find a way out. Looking for that big counter punch, Denzel Bentley.
Let go, step away. Okay, come on. Return it.
Tight round, Heffron on the front foot, and Bentley possibly surrendered the initiative in the last round. And has that continued this round? do with something big in the closing stages of this, and it doesn't come. And a little smile from Mark Heffron, who thinks he's pocketed another there. You concur, Richie? Another round for Mark Heffron?
You know what, it's a very close round indeed, but I'd have to go for Heffron on that front foot. And Bentley produces some good stuff on the move, but when he gets in the corners, gets trapped, he's getting caught. So yeah, he's just being edged out for me. But people will see it different because it's a close one.
57-56 in Mark Heffron's favour on Richie's card with 4 rounds remaining. It's as close as that.
Heffron coming forward, gets caught there. The little short left uppercut from Bentley. That was a cracking shot. Heffron there just corners Bentley. Tremendous left up there from Mark Heffron.
Work rate of Heffron impressive, and looking for a lot of this contest as though he's the one forcing the pace, as though he's the aggressor. Question whether or not those judges sitting closer than we are, whether or not they agree. Denzel Bentley for the first time as a pro into the 7th round. Mark Heffron, who's picked up 4 victories since that defeat against Liam Williams, which he said was his worst night of his career. And he also said that he learnt from that Williams fight and that he's a better man now.
Well, he's certainly regrouped, hasn't he? He's won 4 on the bounce since the Williams defeat.
Really important stage of the fight here. You get the impression that one big round, one way or the other, to either of these two guys could prove, well, if not decisive, certainly move them a long way towards victory.
Well, Bentley, he's landed that. He's trying to land that left hand again. Oh, that was a little bit low. So he's trying to land that left hand again and keeps missing the target. Just made a mistake.
There's a right low from Bentley.
It was the left hand earlier on. Just misses the target and just makes that rare mistake, and that allowed Heffron then to come back. See, there he is again. Just looking for that left hand. He's trying to lure Heffron in to land that shot. That wasn't a bad punch to the body.
Before the fight began, I thought the fact that Heffron might outwork Bentley could be a factor. And he's just on the front foot and has the appearance of the man forcing the action. All a bit untidy there, not a lot clean landed.
See, there he is again. Just looking for that left hand. He's trying to lure Heffron in to land that shot. That wasn't a bad punch to the body.
Before the fight began, I thought the fact... Bentley backing into the corner, but this time fighting well and putting Heffron into reverse gear momentarily. Close round again. How do you split them there, Richie?
Yeah, tough round. Maybe a 10-10 round. But I'm not going to sit on the fence. I thought, again, Heffron did the better work. I'll go 10-9 Heffron.
Really? It's open to debate, that one. Close round, could have gone either way.
Think.
but just the feeling that Bentley's got to find something a little bit special. That was good where he came off the ropes. Moment of success for Denzel Bentley.
Good work from Bentley, and then just gets caught with the right hand from Heffron. Yeah, it was a close round. It could have gone either way. I just thought Heffron did enough on that front foot again.
So subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I mean, that was the sort of round which could have been scored in Bentley's favour.
Yeah.
Not much between them at all. Into round 8. Only 3 rounds remaining in a fight many felt would finish at this point. The late stoppage was an interesting selection, which a few people were interested in. Mark Heffron was quoted at 20-1 against winning in this particular round. Likewise, Denzel Bentley. But I know those of you who like a little sporting flutter were maybe looking at these possible late round stoppages. Both of them still showing that they're in tremendous condition for this. Pace hasn't really dropped.
Both still looking for big shots as well. John trying to set it up behind the lead hand. Yeah, big punches from both boxers.
Both men used to their fights finishing inside the distance. Both of them heavy-handed. They both have that reputation. Nice body shot from Heffron, good left hand. It's nice, elusive skills from Bentley, turning his man. Still trying to sucker Heffron onto that left hand. Bentley trying to keep Heffron guessing by repeatedly switch hitting. He's looked more effective as a southpaw, I think.
Yeah, we said that, didn't we, at the start of the contest when he brought him onto that one left hand. Just a little bit more awkward as a southpaw. This movement now, he's just making things a little bit more awkward for Mark Heffron. When Bentley holds his feet, he's an easier target to hit. As he's moving, then it's totally different.
Boxed well in this round, Denzel Bentley. Remember, there was the second round knockdown in his favour. And Mark Heffron, for much of this 8th, has been chasing shadows. Interesting again. Heffron back to the corner for words of advice. A lot of his attacks there were going through thin air. That was much more effective from Denzel Bentley, winning that one on the move.
Better boxing from Bentley there on the back foot. Heffron coming forward, Bentley there just popping that jab out. And on the move, like I said, when he's moving, it's a little bit more difficult for Heffron to pin him down.
You'll have your ideas at home about who's winning this contest. All I can say with any certainty here at ringside, or as close as we're allowed to be here in the York Hall, decked out for boxing behind closed doors, is that this fight, as anticipated beforehand, is surely very close. Two rounds to go. sure Bentley's corner will have told him that's the way to do it. Let's see you moving and boxing and making sure you can outbox him in these closing rounds.
If you remember that Liam Williams did, didn't he? He was on the move, good boxing skills, in and out, different angles, and it just made things difficult for Mark Heffron. And in that last round, Bentley moving, he just can't set for the attacks. You must prefer him to go into those corners again, hold his feet, and then Heffron can plan their attacks, and he scores well.
Mark Heffron's baby daughter, Poppy, her name on the waistband of his shorts. And as we said earlier, if Heffron loses this one, it would be a really damaging setback to his pro career. He'll know that only too well, and he'll want to produce something of a grandstand finish in these last 2 rounds. Only able to get in with one single left hook. Oh, he's caught him.
Oh, good left hook there, went in from Heffron, and Bentley's trying to hold on. That was a good shot from Heffron there.
Heffron knows it. He knows that he's stunned him, but it looks as though Bentley has regrouped quickly.
And ready to do it again, John. Right in the corner again.
Yeah, he had been so successful in the previous round by winning on the move, and he just allowed himself, as you pointed out again and again, to sink back into the corner, and as he did so, provided the opportunity for Heffron to land that big shot. And now Heffron will believe again.
Yeah, and it just comes down to experience, you see, with Bentley. He's not been past 6 rounds before, and look, again gets caught with a big right hand in the corner. Just a bad place to be. You're inviting the pressure, and he's got caught with a couple of big shots in this round.
And now Mark Heffron will fancy his chances, maybe, of finishing this one. He's caught him with 2 big right hands. He'll want to find another one before the end of this 9th round. Bentley trying to move, trying to buy time. Doesn't need to get caught with anything heavy again in this 9th round, which has been a bad one for the Londoner. Good round for Mark Heffron. And a few well-chosen observations as Bentley makes his way back to the corner. He knows that that was a big round for him.
Yeah, big round for him, and he'll be full of confidence now. Bentley just made his own mistakes there, drifting into the corner. It was a big left hook, the first shot, and then it was a right hand afterwards. Big round for him. Let's have a look here. Just backs him up into the corner. Goes with the right hand and then follows up with the left hook. It was a tremendous shot. And Bentley did well there, hung on. Never been in this position before. Got through it, but watch this now. Let's have a look here. Left hook coming. There it is there. That's the one that did the damage. And then towards the end of the round, there was a good right hand that went in also.
Good round for Mark Heffron. And just 3 minutes remaining. It was always going to be a difficult fight to call this one. Who was going to win it? Well, Richie has got it to Mark Heffron by 2 points at this stage. It might all be up for grabs in this final round. Bentley, I'm sure, will have been sent out by his corner with the words, you've got to win this one.
He's got to move, he's got to keep moving, John. That's what he's got to do, stay out of those corners.
Heffron and Bentley at this stage still looking for the opportunity to take it out of the judges' hands.
Heffron's really got the smell of victory now in his nostrils, keeps going forward, looking for the big shot.
Good fight this one's been. Heffron has turned this one around after being on the seat of his pants in round 2. That would be some achievement.
John, remember that the judges might see it differently to me. A lot of the rounds have been close.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the things which is always fascinating, isn't it? why people will always, someone somewhere saying, what are you guys watching?
Exactly.
Denzel Bentley's winning this fight. Denzel Bentley being told by his corner to let his punches go. And he does precisely that. Big effort from Bentley, still switch hitting with ease.
Yeah, he's having a decent round here now.
Trying to force Heffron out of any sort of rhythm. Big round from Heffron in round 9. And Bentley, how well has he rallied here in the 10th?
But this is the movement he should have been doing earlier in the contest for me, Bentley. Again, it's just causing problems for Heffron to catch him with the big shots.
Wouldn't be a surprise for it to be a split decision. I wonder what price that it might even be a draw. Bentley's having the better of this final round. Heffron, for the most part, in this final 3 minutes, chasing shadows. Oh, good body shot, followed by the right hook from Bentley. Heffron has given so much in the penultimate round. An appreciative touch of gloves from both men. And both of them think at this stage that they've won. Celebratory gestures from both men. It's been that sort of a fight. It was that sort of a fight beforehand. And now we just wait and see.
Yeah, it was a tremendous last round, I thought, from Bentley. I thought he took it. I've got it for Heffron by 1, but, you know, I'm not going to argue either way here. But Heffron thinks he's got it. Good recovery, because Bentley took some big shots in that 9th round, and then he boxed well in the last. His movement was a lot better. He hit, he moved, he stayed out of the corners, what he should have been doing earlier on in the contest. He's learned from his mistakes, but it's took him a long time to do that. But nevertheless, he boxed quite comfortable on that back foot. It was just when he drifted into the corners, that's when he was vulnerable.
Surrendering the initiative.
Yeah, exactly, because, John, the thing is, when you go back into the corner, your movement is restricted, and it always looks better for the attacking fighter. From the judge's perspective, they see the attacking fighter pushing his opponent into the corner, you know, and it always looks better for that guy who's pushing the opponent back. And he's also caught him with big shots in that 9th round. But fair play to Bentley, he come back well in that last round.
Yeah, and that might be so important. Remember, there was the knockdown in Bentley's favour. Caught Heffron with that left hand in round 2. That would be a 10-8 round. So many of the rounds close. Heffron, the aggressor, had a very big 9th round, and Denzel Bentley on the move, coming back and comfortably outboxing Heffron in the final round. And a round of applause from the referee for the two men. Marcus McDonnell has seen many a fight, officiated in many a big fight, and he knows up there with the two men just how good it was. So let's find out who has won it. The judges' cards have been tallied, and here is Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges, Bob Williams, Steve Gray, and Michael Alexander, are in agreement. They score it the same, 95-95. This bout is a unanimous draw.
Well, what about that one? I did say, what price a draw? Frustration for the two guys. But it begs, obviously, the question straight away when you've got a fight like that, which was fascinating, absolutely was. Doubtless we'll hear from both guys in a moment or two. But as many a promoter has said over the years, Paul, let's dance again. It's a rematch, surely.
Well, John, you see, there's rematches and rematches. If something goes horribly wrong and it's stopped on an accidental, there has to be a rematch. Do you want a rematch?
Well, I'm sure the boys want a rematch. There's no doubt about that. Excuse me. It was a close fight. It was a close fight.
How did you score it? You can tell us now, Frank.
I've got to, I've got to be honest. For me, there wasn't a lot in it.